Hey folks, Dave Ceruolo, real estate probate and elder law attorney. In this video, we're going to talk about some major concepts that you're going to need to understand when considering Medicaid for an elderly loved one. Now, if you're watching me on Facebook, make sure that you like me. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure that you click the lower right-hand corner to subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned. Now, what's the difference between Medicare and Medicaid? Well, first, folks, Medicare is a federally run program that provides health insurance for those that are over age 65, and it's for everyone, usually at no cost. Sometimes they can pay a small premium for added parts, but for the most part, it's no cost. Now, Medicaid, on the other hand, is a federal program that's administered by the state, so it's federal and state. In Massachusetts, it's called Mass Health. This program is also geared to provide health insurance, but it's for those receiving low income. And there's a facet of Mass Health or Medicaid that provides for elders that are looking for long-term care. Now, there's specific rules when this happens. When an elder is looking for long-term care, there's a community program, and then there's one for a nursing home setting. But in general, the rules state that the person cannot have any more than $2,000 in their name, and there is a 5-year look-back period for this. And I'll speak more to that in later videos. Dave Ceruolo, CeruoloLaw.com. So in the area of Medicaid, or in Massachusetts, Mass Health, what is a look-back period? What's that all about? Well, folks, a look-back period is when Medicaid, or in Massachusetts, Mass Health, has the ability to look back in time on an applicant. Once upon a time, before 2006, that look-back period was 3 years. In 2006, Mass Health, or Medicaid, changed the look-back period to 5 years. And so what that allows Mass Health to do now, or Medicaid to do now, is when an elderly person applies for long-term care in a nursing home setting, Mass Health or Medicaid can look back into that person's history, financial history, 5 years, to see whether there's been any transfers of assets during that 5-year period. Typically, they look for transfers over $250 if it's cash, or a transfer of something like real estate for less than fair market value. Dave Ceruolo, CeruoloLaw.com. So if you have an elderly loved one that's going into a nursing home setting and you need to apply for Medicaid, or in Massachusetts it's called Mass Health, what's the asset limits for that person? How much assets could that person have in their name? Well, folks, the rules state that that person can have no more than $2,000 in their name. And that includes any joint accounts. Anything that that person holds with somebody else is fully countable in the eyes of Mass Health. Now, if that person owns a home, a primary home, that asset is not a countable asset, but in later videos I'll discuss what happens with the home down the line. Now, if that person owns other real estate, a second home or investment properties, that is a countable asset, right? Remember, only $2,000 in their name. Now, if there's a married couple, the married couple can have a total of just over $120,000 as the rules state right now, but the spouse, the sick spouse going into the nursing home, can only register $2,000 or show $2,000 in their name. Dave Ceruolo, CeruoloLaw.com.